Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Hunter McDowell of Gladwin Football. Hunter, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, talk about how these first few days of camp are going.
It's going really well. I'm enjoying it a lot. Feels great to be back out on the football field with all my friends, and just to be back out there feels amazing. The practice has been going really well, so that's really good.
What's it like being a lineman?
You don't being a lineman's different. You don't get all the glory that everyone else gets, and you're putting in a lot of work, but I love it. So
Yeah. Um, going into this season, what do you feel like after coming off a state championship year? I know that you're gonna have to. I know a lot of guys from that team are gone, and just kind of talk about just going into this coming year and knowing that going after and trying to get it again.
I'm really excited. We obviously lost a lot of seniors from last year's class, but I think that we got a lot of good guys who stepped up in the weight room this past winter and summer and went to a lot of camps and, did their part there. So I think there's a lot of guys who can step into big role positions and do a good job. So I'm excited to see what the season holds.
So yeah. Okay. What did you work on this summer during all the workouts and all that stuff?
It's mostly been weightlifting and conditioning. We do 3 days a week throughout the summer of weightlifting and conditioning. So half of it's weightlifting, half of it's conditioning. So we're pretty conditioned, so that's always a good thing coming into conditioning week. That helps a lot. And then just countless camps and stuff like that. I'm a lineman, don't go to 7-on-7s, but I know those skill guys have been doing a lot of that stuff, so that's good. We just had our big 3-day team camp, which I think helps us tremendously every year. So it's been going pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So, what grade are you, if I'm not mistaken?
I
Senior.
am a senior.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you believe that you're a senior?
It's weird how fast it goes. It really is. I remember like just like our team camp that I just mentioned. I remember team camp last year, and it truly does feel like it was a month ago that we were there last year at our team camp, and our team camp was 2 weeks ago. And so it's crazy how, especially in football season, the time just flies.
Yeah. So going into the season, what do you feel like, you know, going in, you've already saying you've accomplished the goal last year, which is win a state title. What's it going to
Right.
take to go win it again?
I think it's obviously going to take everyone on the team. And you got your starters, the people that started last year. You got guys that are stepping up. They're going to be solid players. And I think the difference is going to be we're a small team, from Gladwin. Don't got a lot of guys. And so I think the difference is going to be just those guys that step up when someone gets hurt or those guys that fill in. I think that'll be the difference. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to know you a little bit. And if you saw a little bit of Trace's interview, we're going to do the same with you. Of course, it's the 10 burning questions. They're the same questions I've asked everybody that I've done this with. So here
Okay.
we go. So Hunter, how do you mentally prepare for a game?
To mentally prepare for a game, I kind of just do my own thing. Obviously, listening to music is a big part. And I think that's the part that helps the most is listening to music, and it just kind of gets me in the zone, calms me down. Because I think there's a fine line between, getting yourself pumped up for the game and being in that calm mindset, that in between point. And I think listening to music is a big part that helps me. So.
Okay. I must ask this. What is on Hunter McDowell's playlist?
I don't really have a set playlist. I have Spotify. And so I'm not even gonna lie, I go to the search bar and I search up. I usually listen to the same playlist every time and I search it up. It's like pregame playlist and I play that, and I've listened to the same playlist for a few years now. So
That's really interesting.
yeah.
Usually everyone has their okay, this is your set songs that you have. So that's really interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you at responding to text messages?
Oh boy, not very good. I would say no if it's like messages like iMessages, I'd say I'm probably 7 or 8. But when it comes down to like social media and Snapchat and Instagram, I'm giving myself like a 2. Not very good.
Yeah. All right. So basic. Hey, okay. So here's a scenario. Someone from Gladwin comes to you and says, "We're building a restaurant. We want you to pick it. What do you pick,
Restaurant or fast food?
or anything?"
Like if it was a fast food place, oh man, it would probably have to be Qdoba or Chipotle.
Okay.
If it was a place like that, probably Qdoba or Chipotle.
All right. What is your pregame meal before a game?
Pregame meal. So like the night before is usually like a pasta or something along that sort, chicken Alfredo, something like that. And then like the day of the game, that lunch or that, a couple hours before the game, I usually like to get Subway is usually my go-to. So
Okay. All right. What do you do to make yourself feel better if you're having a bad day?
um back to the music is a big part of it. Listening to music, obviously, if you're having a rough day, listening to music helps. And then another part of it is just like lifting weights. That's a huge part for me. If out of school, like in the summer, that time, if you're having a bad day, whatever, you go to the weight room and lift some weights, and that helps you clear your mind. So,
Okay. How much do you remember about past seasons of football or any other sport?
not very well. Memory's not very good. The past season, I remember youth football. We were always an okay team. weren't very good. We'd win a few games, lose a few games. And so I think it's really cool to see like just the achievements and accomplishments that we've made this far, as in like our grade, especially, which we obviously with the seniors help. And so I like to see, what we might be capable this year without those seniors. Because we got a lot of people doubting us, of course, losing that many starters on each side of the ball is huge. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes.
Yeah. Um, okay. If you got to pick one social media app to use and delete the rest, what would it be?
Ooh, I would probably go with I don't use much social media. I use Snapchat and Instagram. I think I'd go with Instagram,
Okay.
just because you could scroll through your feed, watch those reels, whatever, and then you can still, get a hold of people, message people, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So here's the most interesting question of them all. Rank your
All
top
right.
5 fast food restaurants. Now, okay, so you have your regular fast food restaurants. So that's your McDonald's, your Wendy's, your Burger Kings, and all that. Then you have your
Yep.
premium fast food restaurants. Those are like Qdoba, Chipotle, Five Guys, all that. And then restaurants
Yep.
count too. So one is this is my top one, and then five is I still like this one, but it's five, and there's four other better than that one.
Okay. And so anywhere from fast food to dine in, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So one would probably be B-dubs. I love B-dubs. I love the wings. Two would probably be Raising Canes.
Okay.
I'm a big chicken guy. So, and then three would probably be Chick-fil-A. I
Okay.
like Chick-fil-A a lot.
Yeah.
Four would probably have to be Wendy's.
Okay.
Wendy's is probably four, and then five's typical McDonald's. So,
Absolutely. Nothing you can't go wrong with that.
yeah, you can't.
Okay. Um, what's a song that you know every word to without looking?
A song that I know every word to. Oh man. Uh, off the top of my head, I don't really have a song I guess I'd know every word to. Not very good with remembering song names. Probably
Um,
oh some sort of country song probably.
fair.
Newer country.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Last one is if you could say something to your younger self, something you know now but didn't know then, what would it be?
Ooh, enjoy the time. And especially with sports at the most and school. I mean, I'm a senior, still have 1 year left, but when you think about it and you think about the few memories that you have, and you're like, time flies, like we talked about it a little bit earlier. Football, especially, like I look back to last season and it felt like we didn't even have like the school year. Football was 14 weeks long for games. And then other than that, it felt like I didn't even go to school because football season just flied so fast. And
Yeah,
so I think enjoying sports is a big part, because I remember when I was in like youth football and stuff like that, always complaining about the conditioning, complaining about the running. And I think enjoying it while you're there and making the best of it is something you should really do. So,
absolutely. All right. Well, Hunter, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck this season.
yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.